What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Week 4, NFL. Michael, how'd your weekend go?
It was a good weekend for me. I had a positive weekend, one college and NFL. So overall, good weekend for me. You know, let's read. I'll read the results so far. So last weekend I went 6-4 plus 2.01 units. Ryan went 3-4 minus 1.46 units. Nagy went 4-5 minus 1.49 units. Zach went 1-4 minus 3.46 units. Overall, you are in first place at 15-12 plus 1.75 units. I'm in second place, 11-12 minus 0.57 units. Ryan is in third place, 6-12, minus 7.42 units. Zach is in last place, 3-12, minus 10.15 units. And I know Zach's going to do is, I never bet the NFL. No, you're just horrible right now, buddy. Like, that is bad.
There's nowhere to go but up. That's like every week should be better than the last.
He is averaging 1-4 on each week, which means that, like you just said, there literally is nowhere else to go but up.
He's averaging minus 3.5 units a week, at least in NFL. But like his picks might be the most valuable we have to offer right now because it's full fade on Zach's picks right now. Like
full fade, yeah, I agree.
You'd rather be like really like correct or really wrong, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, like you through 3 weeks, you're +1. You're almost +2 units. That's not bad though. Nah, like, that's solid.
The first 3 or 4 weeks is definitely the hardest too.
Yeah, you have to feel everyone out and like, so that's definitely something. But now that we have you, shout out to our sponsor. Okay, we got a new sponsor sponsoring all of Victory Lap right now. It is West Wind Brewery in Elkhart, Indiana. If you are in the South Bend, Elkhart area, go to West Wind, try one of their many beers. We're going to have a pre-USC Notre Dame party the Friday night before the game. Come out, support us. Go support them. Tell them Victory Lap sent you. Right now, we don't have any free shit to give you, but if we get enough people in there saying, Victory Lap sent us, maybe we will. So shout out to our sponsor. Go check them out.
Oh, yeah. We'll wear some of our merch, too. So if you guys see something you like, let us know. We'll keep a tally in our head what people like the most.
For sure.
All right, let's get into the games. Week 4. 1 o'clock games. We got 3 1 o'clock games, 1 4:30 game, and 2 primetime. We're skipping Thursday night football again this week. Why not? The only good Thursday night game really so far this year has been, it's definitely only been week 1. Week 1 was the Bucs and the Cowboys. That game was fucking crazy good, but Jaguars Bengals, it's cool. The Joe Burrow, Trevor Lawrence thing.
I respect, before we get into this, I respect what the NFL is doing where like they know Thursday night football just hasn't been that big of a success. They'll try to do these different things, but now they're just doing the thing of like, let's get the teams that might be shitty. And if they're both shitty, it's more competitive game at least to watch. With gambling basically legal everywhere, people are going to gamble on it and they'll watch it. Then you do the thing of, even if the Bengals and Jaguars blow, you got Joe Burrow versus Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, that idea definitely worked out in week 2 with Washington and the Giants.
Yeah.
I mean, even though the matchup was bad, at least it was an in-division rivalry.
It was a good game, though.
It was a really good game. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know off the top of my head who's next week, but just like real quick, we don't even have to go into like the game, but the line's 7.5. So anyone that happened to listen to this early enough before Thursday night football airs, this episode will probably drop around 6 o'clock on Thursday.
Yep.
So I'm leaning Jags plus 7.5 though.
I agree 100%. Not to get too much into this game, but I thought the Jags actually showed something against the Cardinals, and you take away like Trevor's pick 6, like they're actually very in that game.
Yeah, his turnovers have been killer so far this year.
Right. And like the Cardinals, I personally think are one of the better teams in the NFL. So like they were really in that game from wire to wire until Trevor kind of turned it over. And like a pick six is a dagger. So like, yeah, I agree. I would take here. I would take Jaguars plus 7.5.
Yeah. And then 46.5, I kind of lean the over for that.
Yeah, I probably would stay
Either,
away from the over.
yeah, don't like really either defense very much. But okay, let's like we said, let's not waste too much time on that. That's not even a game we're gonna get into like these. We got the Cleveland Browns after railing my Chicago Bears in the ass, heading to another team that I really hate, the Minnesota Vikings. So Vikings coming off great win against Russell Wilson. I think they won 31-17. So they're hosting the Browns. They're 2.5-point underdogs. So we got one of those field goal underdogs at home type of deals here, over under 51.5.
Yeah. So like you said, the Vikings are 1-2. They just came off a good win, but like they easily could be 3-0 right now. I mean, easily could be 3-0. They lost week 1 when they easily could have won an overtime against the Bengals. And then the Cardinals, they had a 32-yard game-winning field goal and the guy missed it. So like worst case, you're looking at 2-1. They could be easily 3-0. I think the Vikings are playing good football right now, though. I think Kirk Cousins, and I think they're all right. I do think the Cleveland Browns are playing good football, though. I do think their defense is kind of coming to form. You know, week 1 or week 2, everyone was like, where's this D-line that everyone's been talking about? And then week 3, I know it was the Bears and their offense line's horrible, but, like, that gives them some confidence moving forward. You got Myles Garrett. Is Myles Garrett now? Are the Vikings offense line going to be the Bears offense line? No. So I don't know, but I would lean Browns minus 2.5 in this. I just think the Browns are actually like pretty legit. I think they kind of panicked and let Mahomes beat them when in reality they probably should have won that game too. So I like the Browns in this one minus 2.5. I think either team could win though.
I actually like the Vikings plus 2.5. I agree. I think the Vikings have played pretty well each week. So they lost to the Bengals, obviously, which but the Bengals are playing pretty well. The Bears only beat them by 3, and they beat they just beat the Steelers?
Beat the shit out of the Steelers. And like Joey Burrow, we were talking about interception stuff. If he doesn't throw 2 pick sixes, like that Bears game's completely different too. So, you know.
Probably, yeah. Our offense was even struggling, not like crazy, but not as bad as last week, obviously.
Right.
But I think the Vikings kind of follow this script every year where they struggle right at the beginning, like the first 3 games. They're usually 0-3 or 1-2. Like this is all the seasons except for the one that they had the Minnesota Miracle with Stephon Diggs a few years ago. But they struggle, and then they get a 500 or a couple games over 500, and then they hit like a primetime game, which Kirk Cousins complete shit in, like those 2 primetime games, and then they like miss the playoffs. So I'm gonna ride with the Vikings for now. I fucking hate them, but I think the Browns coming off a not so challenging game against the Bears, and the Vikings coming off like 3 pretty intense games to start the season, has them like better prepared, and they're going to be at home. I think the Vikings have a really hard home atmosphere to play in.
For sure.
So, but the 2.5 is really scary with how we know the woes that the Vikings kickers have had the past 3 seasons. So,
right,
a little nerve-wracking, but I'm going to stick with the home underdog on this one. I think that over/under is pretty dab on perfect for this game, though. So I would stay
51.5. Yeah,
I would stay away from the over/under. Any other notes from you?
Nope, that's it for that game on me.
Cool. On to the next game. We got the 3-0 Panthers, tied for sole possession of first in the NFC South. Going to Dallas, who has sole possession of the NFC East at 2-1, right?
Yep.
2-0-3s and no, 2-1-2s and 1-0-3.
1-0-3. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The Eagles won 1.
Yep. They won week 1. Yeah.
I forget who they beat. That's the only reason I was flopping.
They won week 1 though. Yeah. Because that's when everyone started freaking out about Jalen Hurts. Yeah.
Yeah. The Panthers plus 4.5 on the road in Dallas, over under 52.5.
So I think what we're seeing from the Cowboys, and kind of like the Vikings, but they've actually won 2 games, not 1. They could easily be 3-0 right now. They were in that game. They had a lead against Tampa Bay going down to the wire. They could have won that game. They could be 3-0. I think, last year what happened was obviously Dak got hurt, but in their first few games, they lost some shootouts that they easily could have won too. So it made their record look worse. And then Dak got hurt and then everything went to shit. This year, they're winning their games and their defense looks much, much improved, which is huge. So I think the Cowboys are actually pretty legit. I think Dak Prescott is pretty legit. Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb didn't really do much, and their offense looked pretty good last week. So I think that's a huge thing. I would lean Cowboys -4.5 just because the Panthers, I don't think, has shown me enough. And last week, they did have a few key injuries.
On offense, yeah.
Christian McCaffrey, and then their number one pick DB from South Carolina.
I forgot he got hurt. Wow.
Jace Horn, who was like very good in the 2.5 games he played, is out. So I like the Cowboys -4.5. I think at Jerry World, they love it. I think the crowd is like into it because they think that they actually have a legit team this year, which I do too. So I would lean towards Cowboys -4.5. Although I will say Sam Darnold has looked good this year. Props to him. Adam Gase is really a quarterback killer, and he owes Peyton Manning any job he ever gets because he is horrible.
Yeah.
So
real bad.
Cowboys 4.5.
I'm actually, I don't know. I just have a weird feeling about the Panthers. I even with that injury, their defense is still like pretty decent. I mean,
it's good.
Good. It's just like, it's hard to say because I've only caught like bits and pieces of the Panthers games because they haven't been playing like very good teams. So when I'm watching football on Sunday and we have like three TVs going, it's like, oh, we'll catch like some of the Panthers game and we'll be able to tell like just by game flow that their defense is playing really well. But me personally, like I haven't like really watched enough of it to know that it's good.
They also have been able to, they've had a pretty, I mean, they did play the Saints, that's it, but like they have had a pretty easy schedule.
I'm actually just like a little, I think 4.5, like it almost seems like easy on the Cowboys, but we talked last year during this show, like don't overthink it kind of thing. Like sometimes don't overthink spot. I actually prefer the under though, under 52.5. I know the Cowboys have been really high scoring. It was like 29-31 against the Bucks. They just won 41-21 against the Eagles. I'm trying to remember who they only beat the Chargers like 20-6. Like,
17, I think.
Or 24-20 or something like that.
Yeah.
So it was under 45 points. I don't know. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards. I don't think I have this on my card anywhere. This is definitely a harder game in my opinion. For some people that are riding with the Cowboys, it definitely doesn't seem like a hard game. But
yeah,
that's all I have to say about that one.
For sure.
Next game, really close game. We got the 2-1 Ravens traveling to 3-0 Broncos. Pretty similar matchup that we were just talking about. I feel like the Ravens, fairly good offense, really good defense. Maybe just swapped a little bit with the Cowboys on its head, but they're going on the road. They're playing the 3-0 team. So Broncos 3-0. Broncos going to be the home underdog getting a point, and the over-under is going to be 45.5.
So Baltimore loses week 1 against Las Vegas. They come back home.
Overtime.
Should have lost week 2 against Kansas City, but don't. Week 3 should have lost to the Lions, but don't. So they easily could be 0-3, but they're 2-1. And they could have beat the Raiders, and they could have been 3-0 also. I mean, they went to overtime in week 1. So
that's great.
I think the Ravens are good. I don't think they're great. I think the Broncos, this is a huge game for them to show like, hey, either we have played the easiest schedule in football, and that's why we're 3-0 because we're more like a 9-8 team, which is like, we can beat the teams that we played, or we are pretty good. We have a very good defense. We have a good D-line. We have a good secondary. And Teddy Bridgewater is a covering machine. So I like the Broncos in this game. I don't think they win.
3-0
The Broncos are. Yes, they are. Because they weren't favored week 1, and then week 2 they won. Yeah, I took them week 2 and week 3. They are favored.
Yeah,
they
so
are
the Ravens are only 1-2 against the spread because they didn't cover against the Raiders and they didn't cover against the Lions.
Yep, they're 1-2. So I would take Ravens or Broncos to cover in this game.
+1.
I think +1. Holy shit! I thought it was
you got
+3.
You got
Never mind. You know what? Screw it. Broncos win. I like the Broncos to win this game.
-102 on the money line.
Yep, that's what I would take.
Yep. It's always nice when that number is like right around 0. It's just like, I know it's not a big difference unless like your unit size is like tens of thousands of dollars, but it's always nice when it's like really close to +100 versus like -110 too. Like, especially like if you're more casual and just like want to bet $50 and like win $50, like that's about as close as you can come to it right there.
Right.
But I agree. Solid logic. I really like the under again, 45 and a half. I think both these defenses are fire. I think
the way the Ravens play defense too, like the Broncos aren't like that explosive. It'll probably be tough for the Broncos to do a lot. Yeah. And the Broncos just have a good defense. So yeah.
Shout out Teddy Bridgewater. Definitely one of the most underrated quarterbacks in 3 weeks of football so far. Bro, like no one's talking about the Broncos at all. And I think they'll be like a wild card round exit in the playoffs this year, but they're going to make the playoffs, which is like a great step for their franchise, considering what they've been the past 3 or 4 seasons since.
Shout out Vic Fangio.
Probably ever since Peyton's retired. Like, I mean,
they haven't been to the playoffs since.
Was it 2015?
Yeah, they haven't been in the playoffs since.
Yeah, so 5 or 6 seasons. I only said 3 or 4. So I really like Drew Lock, though. I kind of feel bad for him, but Teddy Bridgewater is fully taking advantage of this opportunity. I think he's really
right.
And watch out for I always mispronounce his first name. I think it's Javon Williams, the rookie.
The running back. Yeah.
He really could, like, these rookie quarterbacks have not really looked very good. Javon Williams, if he gets to like 12, if he gets to like 1,300 yards, which he totally could do on that offense, you could see a running back rookie of the year. That's my hot take for this episode.
He's good. And they were talking about it when they were playing the Jets last week, because the Jets have the other running back from North Carolina. And like, he's good. He's really good. He's a
like
big
him
part
and
of
Jamar Chase are definitely like my 2 front runners for non-quarterback rookie of the years, like offensive rookie of the year. But that's it. I like the under again, 45 and a half. Mile High is going to be loud.
It will be.
All right. So next game we got damn, we did 4 games already. Did I skip one?
Yeah.
Oh, I did skip one. The Cardinals and the Rams. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So the Cardinals, both these teams are 3-0.
Yep.
This is for sole possession of the NFC West. Great game. 4:06 Eastern time on Sunday. So we got the Cardinals at +4.5 and the Rams -4.5. Both these quarterbacks are probably in the top 3 for the MVP race right now. That's fair to say. You got the over/under set at 54.5.
So 4.5, I think, is a lot of points. Tough to really, I don't know, tough to pinpoint which team I would take in that situation. I think the Rams do win. I think the Rams have been the more consistent team all year. Like, let's not gloss over that the Cardinals like should have lost to the Vikings, and then we're in a dogfight with the Jaguars, who are not great, until Trevor Lawrence threw a on the back of his heel flea flicker pick 6. So like the Cardinals haven't looked flawless by any means. Now the Rams have looked very good, and Stafford has looked very comfortable. And I think each week that he's in a McVay offense, he gets more comfortable. So I would lean Rams to win. I don't know about the line though, but I like the over, because I think the Rams can score on the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals have proven that they can give up points, and I think Stafford will put up points. And one thing about the Cardinals is, if you ever bet an over in the Cardinals game, you always want them to be losing going into the fourth quarter, because if they're down 10 or they're down 21, Kyler Murray is going to be slinging that ball, and they're always going to be good for at least 2 bullshit touchdowns. So I like the over.
Yeah, I want to remember. I know this last week it hit, but I'm trying to remember. It's always crazy because the highest over under always like seems to go over a majority of the time, and the lowest over under go under a majority of the time. I know this past week the highest over under went over. It was the Bucks and the Rams at 55 and a half.
5.5. Yep.
Yeah, and it hit 58.
58 or 59. Yeah.
Yeah, it was 34 to 24, I think. And so, I mean, I'm pretty sure I'd be surprised if this, yeah. So this is the highest over under of the week. So I like that pick. I'm actually going to go with the Cardinals plus 4.5 here.
Okay.
This is I think this feels kind of like the biggest game for Kyler since that game against Josh Allen last year when they hit the Hail Mary to DeAndre Hopkins in the end zone.
Yeah, the Hail Murray.
Yeah, I think Kyler plays really well against good teams. Like, I can't remember the last time he got like really spanked in a like a good, or at least a majority of the time he doesn't get spanked. And
I was gonna say last year when they were fighting for the playoff spot, their last 3 games, I know he was like banged up, but he played horrendously against the Rams to make the playoffs.
Yeah, I do agree. He was definitely he was hugging his rib a little bit too. We'll see though. I know some people that listen to our pod are into doing the teasers, and sometimes I'll do one for fun with my boy Brett on Sundays. I love this for like a 6 or 6.5 point teaser too for the Cardinals. Get them up to 10.5 or 11. I think that's phenomenal in this spot. But I like Cardinals 4.5. Give me the points. Especially like division rivals. I always like getting like over a field goal.
Yeah, I could see the Rams winning by 3 points, like easily. I could see it also being a 10-point game in the Rams and the Cardinals scoring a touchdown.
Yeah, just like a backdoor cover.
Or like I wouldn't be shocked if Kyler showed out and the Cardinals won. But yeah.
Sure. All right, 2 games left. We got both the primetime games. We got bro, did you see that Adele promo for this on Sunday night?
Yeah.
Hello from the other side or whatever for Tom Brady. All right. I could care less about Tom Brady going back to Gillette. But the line
I think it'd be like, it's obviously huge.
If
like
the
it's
Patriots
Tom
were
Brady.
a better team, it would definitely be a big deal.
For sure. But like, it's Tom Brady. He's the greatest quarterback to ever play football.
Duh.
He is going to, the craziest thing too, I think, though, is he's going to break Drew Brees' in Gillette Stadium wearing another team's uniform. I think that's like kind of crazy. But their team, this would have more hype. I think if this was the first year he left, they would have had more hype.
Yeah.
Him winning a Super Bowl somewhere else kind of just was like the middle finger to New England, being like, I can win wherever. So it's kind of like, instead of them being a little mad that he left, they're just like, okay, we respect you and love you, like, come back. If this was a first year, it'd be like, they maybe not hate them because he didn't leave like a bad way. He didn't do that, but it'd be like more like some animosity towards Tom Brady. Yeah. Now it's like settled in. These people are probably like, oh, like, come back, that kind of thing. And like you said, the Patriots are completely a rebuilding team. And I think they're going to be good in a few years. And I think Mac Jones is going to be good. But I can see the first half being like super close. Like, you'll have like the college atmosphere to it where like the players are super fired up. Like, this is going to be some of their biggest games that they've ever played in. Like, because Tom Brady's going back to Gillette, sold out crowd, all that stuff. So I can see like the Pats keeping it close for the first half and stuff. But I wouldn't be shocked if Tom Brady like put up like 45 and like was just like, fuck you, Bill.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's a lot of.
So the line is 7 points.
I was gonna say it's a lot of points though, because it's over. It's at 7 right now. Actually,
the over under, 7. The over under is
49.5. I feel like if it's a close game, the under has to hit, because I don't think New England can score with Tampa Bay. And for it to be a close game, it's got to be low scoring. If Tampa Bay covers the -7, I think the over could hit.
I mean, I think no one knows fucking Tom Brady better than anybody. Like, I think, and the Patriots running game has been very solid. Like, I think
Well, Tampa Bay's run defense is like the worst, or it's okay actually.
I just think, like, I see Bill Belichick, like, this is going to be a lot of running, a lot of 5-yard routes, especially having Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith.
Yeah.
I love the under here. I do think it will be kind of a teetering close game, like back and forth between 7 and 10 points, kind of for the most part.
Yeah.
But I do really, fuck, I'm taking so many unders. Fuck.
I'm excited though, just for like the atmosphere, even if it like isn't a great game. Just like see Tom back in Gillette. Like I think it'll be a good atmosphere.
Myself in the brain of like Bill Belichick right now. And
yeah,
like,
no one's in the brain of Bill Belichick.
It screams under. It screams under.
Well, yeah, but no one's in the mind of Bill Belichick.
It's not. So I should take the over.
Maybe I would go with your gut.
This game is not on my card at all.
But don't say you're in the mind of Bill Belichick.
Don't take me saying under as like, no, I love the under. No, it's not on my. It's nowhere near my card. This game is off the grid type of.
Okay. Let's move to the Monday night game so then we can get to your card.
All right. Raiders 3-0. First place in the AFC West, taking on the second place team in the AFC West.
Chargers
matchup. So Chargers going to
be third place,
tied for second.
No, the Broncos are 3-0.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Broncos.
Yeah, Broncos are 3-0. The Chiefs are in last place.
Yeah, you're right. All right, so the Chargers are -3, and the over/under is 51.5.
Yeah, this is it's like you said, Chargers could be 3-0. You know, they were in that game against Dallas. Could have won that game, didn't win that game. They're 2-1. I think everyone in the world thought that they were going to lose Sunday when like Mahomes got the ball back and they were down or they were up 3 or whatever, or it was a tie game. I can't remember, but they won.
The whole game.
Yeah, they won. Herbert's looked good. They've played well. I just think there's some like the Raiders to me, I think could go beat any team, but then also play the Lions and win on a last-second field goal or lose. I think Gruden kind of has his guys in there, though, and his system. So I think the Raiders are definitely better this year. I would stay away from this game, but the Chargers at home would be a tough team to bet against. It'd be tough to take a road team at home.
Yeah, the spread is really good. I mean, that win last week, I think it was a huge building moment, though, for like the Chargers as a team. They got a brand new head coach.
Yeah, but like the Chiefs should be 0-3.
I just mean like they've been having a lot of struggle. They've only beaten the Chiefs once in the past since Mahomes has been. They've only beaten Mahomes twice since Mahomes has become quarterback there. So I think his name is Brandon Staley. I don't know if I'm
Staley,
saying. Yeah. He showed the biggest pair of nuts I think I've ever seen in that.
Yeah,
game.
But this is what I want to say. For whatever reason, whatever game I'm watching, Twitter goes like I get random tweets from that feed. And so like when I bet on the Cowboys when they lost, the Chargers lost, when the Chargers lost, I bet on the Cowboys. And I was watching that game, and Twitter feed was filled with Chargers fans. And all I saw was Chargers fans complaining about the fucking refs.
The refs are definitely
you go Sunday, and they get the biggest. I mean, say what you want, but in that situation, I guarantee 87% of officials swallow their whistle because it wasn't that blatant of a pass interference. It was pass interference, yes. In the first quarter, probably called every time. In the fourth quarter, probably not called 8 out of 10 times. And do I see any Chargers fans saying shit about? No. So it's like, just be consistent. If you say, I'm okay with fans saying
I
I
will
just want
say,
every I
I-
just want every call. I just want every call to my team. And
I
I'm okay
watched-
with that.
I watched the game with Brett, who's a diehard Chargers fan, and I asked him after the game. I was like, "Hey, I know you guys got like really fucked by the Cowboys officials in week 2. Like, what'd you think about that game?" It was like maybe 5-10 minutes after the game, and he was like, "Oh, we definitely got like 1 or 2 more calls this game." I was like, maybe like 2 or 3 more. He's
Yeah, and the biggest
yeah,
one of
maybe
the
2 or
game,
3
though.
more. He knew,
Yeah,
which
the
but it
biggest
was,
one of the game.
but it's like it's kind
The
of
Chargers need to just stop putting themselves in that position. They just need to win a game without a ref, for or against.
yeah, he said that too, though. He did say that.
Chargers are like the capital of like we're gonna be in a close game and it's gonna come down to like a questionable call
And
on our side or against us.
officials get it really hard because like same thing with refs, like it's like the law of averages, like everything's gonna balance out eventually. And
Right, right.
and it's just because we're only like 2 or like 3 games obviously into the season, they're like, oh, we're getting fucked so hard by these refs.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
just wait for like until week 6 or 7.
Right. Yeah. And you have
It'll
a
be
few
good.
go your way. Yeah.
Yeah, like same thing with the Bears. Like we got fucked really hard like the first 4 weeks last year, and then week 5 and 6, like we got bailed out really hard by the refs with like
Yeah.
one time it was roughing the passer, and the other time it was a pass interference. and the other team took like a taunting / personal foul call,
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, we're in this. So
Yeah.
it all
Yeah. It'll
balances
definitely,
out.
I agree with you. It will balance.
I try not
out.
to complain about the refs too hard, especially if it's just one game. But like, if you're like 6-7 games into a season and half of your losses are because of the refs, and like none of your wins are because of the refs, then like go ahead, go complain. That's fair. That's a little skewed. But it's too early in the season. It's just too early.
Who do you like in this game then? You like the Chargers?
Yeah, I like the Chargers -3.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna win by a 7 or 10.
Okay.
I'll go with the 8 spot. So let's get to the cards.
All right. I'll read Zach's real quick.
Yeah,
Zach,
so Ryan's actually are not going to be in the show. So if you want to see Ryan's, I don't know if you really do.
Yeah,
but
they're bad.
I'll be on Twitter.
Zach's card. So like Nagy said, if you want to just fade these because he's been pretty bad, you can. But Lions money line +138, Lions +3, Titans -7, Cowboys -4.5, Texans Bills over 47, Chargers -3. His do or die is Tampa Bay -7.
Yeah. I'll say it at the end. All right, I'll do my card. I got the Bears Lions under 42. I got the Vikings. I guess I get +2.5 now, right? I had it.
Yeah.
So I'll make sure I get the right odds though.
+2.5.
I know I meant like the minus number.
Yeah.
Fuck. My phone's going so slow right now. I've had the app open way too fucking long. All right, so it's still -110. So 2.5 -110. Sorry, I'm just typing it in real quick. Elevator music. All right, Saints. Forgot who they're playing.
Giants.
Yeah, over 41.5.
Okay.
Cardinals +4.5 against the Rams.
Okay.
Seahawks. Are they still at 3?
Yep, +3.
Okay. Seahawks +3 against the 49ers.
Yep.
Ravens, Broncos under the 45.5.
Yep.
Chargers -3 Monday Night Football against the Raiders at home. And my do or die is going to be the Bills over. They're playing the Dolphins, right?
No, Bills are playing the Texans.
Or the Texans, yeah. So the Bills Texans over 47 is going to be my do or die. And I'm on a one do or die losing streak right now. So if I lose this, I'm on 2.
Okay. All right. I got the Falcons money line +102, I have the Cleveland Browns -2.5, the Miami Dolphins -1.5, the Dallas Cowboys -4.5. I have the LA Rams, Arizona Cardinals over 54.5. I have the Broncos +1. I have the Broncos money line -102. I have the Raiders money line +144. My do or die, I'm going with it tonight. I have the Jacksonville Jaguars +7.5. I think week 4, Urban and the boys, get ready. I think the
Dude,
Bengals suck.
you were hiding
And-
that so well when I first said it.
Yep.
Because we originally before the episode we said we weren't going to talk about, but I just wanted to talk about the matchup. Like that's just throwback to the 2020 national championship, obviously.
Yeah. Trevor gets his revenge. Maybe not win, but they'll lose by less
Cover.
than 7.
They'll get the cover. That's a win.
Yeah, that's a win. So
Great teams cover.
exactly. So
But
that's
all
it.
I got.
That's all we got today.
Week 4 in the books. Good luck to
We'll
everyone.
tweet out our picks. Good luck to everyone gambling. Fade maybe Zach and Ryan, and then
Let us know how that goes.
yep. We'll see everyone next week.
All right. Peace and love. Bye.